What happens when the man who's been standing beside Kris Jenner for nearly a decade suddenly decides he's had enough? Corey Gamble isn't just threatening to walk away quietly, he's reportedly preparing to bring the entire Kardashian-Jenner empire to its knees. We're talking secrets the family has spent years hiding, private scandals that never made the headlines, and stories that could destroy the image Kris has worked so hard to control. Sources claim Corey is demanding a massive payout, but Kris, the ultimate businesswoman, allegedly laughed it off, refusing to hand over a single dime. And that's when things turned dangerous. Corey's response: "If you don't pay me, I'll tell the world everything." From what really went down behind Kris's BodyGuard scandal, to shocking family drama involving Kim, Khloe, Kourtney, and even Kylie's love life, Corey says he knows it all. And this time, he's ready to talk. So the question is, will Kris call his bluff, or will Corey finally pull the curtain back on the family that built an empire out of secrets? Corey Gamble has spent years by Kris Jenner's side. From luxury vacations to red carpet appearances, he was always there in the background, playing the role of loyal partner. But insiders say that loyalty is cracking, and now Corey is demanding something Kris has no interest in giving: a massive payout. According to reports, Corey believes he's earned it. A decade of being Kris's protector, her right-hand man, and in his words, her partner in life. But when he allegedly asked for his cut, Kris didn't flinch. She supposedly looked him dead in the eye and basically said, "You've lost your mind. You're not getting a penny." For most people, that might have been the end of it. But Corey, he's playing a much more dangerous game. Sources claim he fired back with a threat Kris never expected: "If you don't pay me, I'll tell the world everything I know about you and your daughters." That's not just a messy breakup. That's a declaration of war. Because Corey hasn't just been a boyfriend, he's been in the room for almost every fight, every secret, every scandal that never made it onto Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And if even a fraction of what he's hinting at comes out, Kris won't just be dealing with heartbreak, she could be facing the biggest public meltdown her family has ever seen. But Corey wasn't done yet, because the secrets he claims to hold aren't just about Kris. They involve every single member of the Kardashian-Jenner empire. If you think Corey's threat was empty, think again. Insiders say he's not bluffing, because Corey was there. He wasn't just Kris's boyfriend, he was practically woven into the Kardashian-Jenner household. Private trips, closed-door meetings, late-night parties, Corey had a front-row seat to the family's most vulnerable moments. And now, he's letting it be known that he has the receipts. He reportedly told Kris that if she doesn't give him what he wants, he'll spill everything he witnessed. And the list, it's long. We're talking about Kim's behind-the-scenes struggles during her whirlwind romance with Pete Davidson, the explosive fights between Kourtney and Scott that fans never saw, and even the icy tension between Kourtney, Kim, and Khloe when Travis Barker came into the picture. Corey claims he was in the room, quietly watching it all unfold. But it doesn't stop there. He's hinted at knowing the truth about Kylie's overlapping love life, from Tyga to Travis Scott, and even Timothée Chalamet. He's even whispered about Kendall's carefully polished image, saying the public doesn't see the real story behind the tequila brand and the model lifestyle. This isn't just gossip. If Corey starts talking, he could tear down the very foundation of the Kardashian-Jenner brand, the illusion of control. And according to those close to him, the first secret he's planning to release is one that could shake Kris Jenner's image forever. The first card Corey is rumored to play: a scandal Kris Jenner has been trying to bury for years. Back in 2018, her former bodyguard, Mark McWilliams, filed a lawsuit accusing Kris of inappropriate behavior, claims that shocked everyone when they surfaced. Kris denied everything, calling the accusations baseless, but quietly the case was settled. Now, here's where Corey comes in. Sources say he knows what really happened behind the scenes of that lawsuit. He was there during the fallout, standing beside Kris while she scrambled to protect her reputation. And according to insiders, Corey is threatening to reveal the details Kris never wanted made public. Imagine the headlines if Corey confirms even half of what was alleged. The lawsuit painted Kris as reckless, crossing lines with her own security. If Corey validates those claims, or worse, adds even more, Kris's carefully built image as the mastermind momager could take a brutal hit. And let's be honest, the Kardashians thrive on drama, but there's a difference between controlling the storyline on reality TV and losing control in real life. If Corey exposes this, Kris won't be writing the script. She'll be fighting to survive it. But for Corey, this isn't just about revenge. It's personal. Because according to those close to him, this scandal was only one piece of the humiliation he says he endured while standing by Kris's side. 4 years, people wondered how Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble made their relationship work. She's one of the most powerful women in entertainment, and he was a quiet figure in the background. But insiders say the cracks started to show once Kris began reinventing herself all over again. At nearly 70, Kris is rumored to have invested heavily in cosmetic procedures, smoothing her face, tightening her neck, and refreshing her look until, as some sources put it, she looked closer to 35 than her actual age. And with that transformation came a change in attitude. Reports claim Kris started looking at Corey differently. What once seemed like a fun age gap romance now felt, to her, like dead weight. Friends say she began criticizing his body, calling him sloppy and out of shape, whispering that she deserved a man who looked like the kind of 25-year-old she once partied with. And for Corey, that cut deep. Imagine giving nearly a decade of your life to someone, only to have them suggest you're no longer good enough to stand beside them. It wasn't just about appearances, it was about respect. Kris may have been chasing youth, but Corey was growing bitter. Because as she reinvented herself, he claimed she left him behind. And that bitterness, insiders say, is part of what fueled his decision to finally fight back. But Corey isn't just upset about Kris's attitude. He says he sacrificed far more than anyone realizes, and that's where the story gets even darker.
Corey Gamble didn't just date Kris Jenner, he built his entire life around her. Before stepping into Kris's world, Corey had a career of his own in the entertainment industry. But insiders say he put everything on hold the moment their relationship got serious. For nearly a decade, Corey wasn't just a boyfriend. He was Kris's driver, her travel companion, her personal security, and, at times, even her assistant. He was the one rubbing her feet after long meetings, mixing her favorite martinis, and making sure she was comfortable while she built the empire. To the outside world, Kris called him her business partner, or confidant, but Corey reportedly felt more like an employee than an equal. And it wasn't just the work, it was the constant ridicule. Sources claim Kris often poked fun at him, even in front of others, making him feel small in a relationship where he had already given up so much. Corey is said to have believed that his loyalty would eventually be rewarded, that standing by Kris through her biggest scandals and crises would prove his worth. But after 10 years, he feels he has nothing to show for it. No respect, no real role, and no recognition for the sacrifices he made. That kind of resentment doesn't just fade, it grows. And now, Corey's patience has run out. He's convinced that if Kris won't compensate him for the years he devoted to her, he'll get his payout another way, by telling the world what she never wanted exposed. Corey Gamble isn't bluffing. Insiders say he's made it clear. Either Kris pays him what he believes he's owed, or he'll go public with secrets that could shake the Kardashian-Jenner empire. And it's not just about Kris. Corey was there for the fights, the breakdowns, and the family drama the cameras never showed. From Kim's private struggles, to Khloe's pain behind the scenes, to Kourtney's blow-ups that never made it on TV, Corey claims he knows it all. He's even hinted at exposing Kris's awkward moments with Caitlyn's son Brody, Kylie's messy love life, and the truth behind Kendall's polished image. His warning is simple. He has the unedited version of the Kardashian world, and he's ready to share it. For Kris, this isn't just a breakup, it's a direct threat to the empire she built. Kris Jenner built an empire on control. Control of the narrative, control of the brand, control of every storyline that made the Kardashians global icons. But Corey Gamble's threats could blow that control wide open. If he follows through, the carefully crafted image Kris spent decades protecting could unravel overnight. Family feuds, hidden scandals, unpolished truths. Corey knows the kind of details that can't be spun into a reality TV plot. And that's the danger. Because while the Kardashians have survived countless controversies, this time the power isn't in Kris's hands. It's in Corey's. And he knows just how valuable those secrets really are. At the heart of it all, Corey Gamble feels used and discarded, and Kris Jenner refuses to pay him off. That clash has turned a private breakup into a high-stakes showdown, with Kory threatening to expose the very secrets that built the Kardashian-Jenner empire. The question now is simple. Will Kris call his bluff, or will Kory finally crack open the family's most guarded truths? Because if he talks, this won't just be another Kardashian scandal. It could be the one that changes everything.